Welcome to the deep dive. We dig into the data, the reports, the news, and pull out the key insights for you.
Glad to be here.
So today we're tackling solar energy, but specifically we're looking at how it works when it's raining. It seems kind of counterintuitive,
It
right?
really does. It's probably the biggest misconception out there about solar. People just assume, rain equals no power.
Exactly. So our mission today is to unpack the reality of solar in bad weather, the unexpected upsides, and we'll spotlight a city, Fort Wayne, Indiana, that's really leaning into this.
Yeah, Fort Wayne's a great case study. But first, that basic idea panel shutting down. It's just not how modern panels work.
Okay, let's get right into that then. Gray skies, rain falling. Instinct says the panel stopped working. How wrong is that instinct?
Well, it's not completely wrong that output drops. That definitely happens. You get less direct sunlight. Think maybe 10 to 25% less power with light clouds. Could be up to 50% less if it's really heavily overcast.
Okay, so a drop, but not zero.
Right, definitely not zero. The key thing is, modern panels are designed to capture something called diffuse light.
Diffuse light, so that's the light that kind of scatters through the clouds.
Exactly. Even on a really gloomy, rainy day, there's still ambient light, scattered light getting through. Panels grab that. So
Right.
they're generating electricity, not peak performance, obviously, but they're still working.
Right.
The idea they produce nothing is just, well, wrong.
That alone is pretty surprising. But you mentioned unexpected upsides to rain. How can rain actually help solar panels? Seems odd.
Yeah, it does sound odd, but there are a couple of significant pluses. First one, cleaning.
Cleaning.
Yep, rain washes away all the dust, the dirt, bird droppings, whatever builds up on the panels. That gunk actually blocks sunlight
Mhm.
and reduces efficiency over time,
Oh, okay. So the rain acts like a free automatic car wash for the panels.
pretty much. And that improves performance once the sun comes back out. It cuts down on maintenance costs, too.
Fair.
Having to manually clean them less often is a real long-term benefit.
Okay, that makes sense. A natural efficiency booster. What's the second upside? Something about heat. I've heard panels don't like getting too hot.
That's the one. It's called the temperature coefficient effect. Basically, like a lot of electronics, solar panels get less efficient when they overheat. Performance drops as the temperature climbs.
Right, like my laptop slowing down when it gets hot.
Exactly like that. So rain comes along and cools the panels down. This cooling effect can actually offset some of the power loss from the reduced sunlight.
Huh. So on a really hot, sunny day, panels might actually be less efficient than on a cooler, rainy day because of that overheating.
It's possible, yes. The cooling effect helps maintain better overall performance than you might expect just based on the cloud cover. It's one of those counterintuitive things that makes solar more viable in varied climates.
Which brings us back to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Not exactly the Sahara Desert, but they're really pushing forward with solar.
They absolutely are a real leader. Their city utilities microgrid project is, well, it's pretty unique.
What's so special about it?
They're putting floating solar panels on the palms at their water pollution control plant.
Floating panels. Okay, that's different. Why do that?
It's smart land use, really, especially in urban areas where ground space is limited or expensive. They use the surface of the water treatment ponds. It's apparently one of the first, or maybe the first, of its kind nationally on that kind of facility.
Wow. How big is this project?
It's pretty ambitious. The plan is for 12,320 panels total. They've already got about 2,464 installed.
Okay. And when does it start producing power?
They're expecting it to come online late this year, so late 2024. And the microgrid itself isn't just solar. It integrates battery storage and also natural gas generators.
So it's a multi-source system, solar, batteries, gas.
Right. Designed for resilience. It's a proper microgrid setup.
That sounds like a major investment. What are the projected payoffs for Fort Wayne?
The numbers are pretty impressive. They're projecting savings of about $8 million to $10 million in electricity costs just in the first 20 years.
8 to 10 million, okay.
And over the lifetime of the system, maybe $60 to $70 million saved. Plus, a significant environmental benefit, nearly a 20% cut in greenhouse gas emissions at their water and sewer facilities.
That's substantial. And you mentioned resilience. I assume that means keeping things running during emergencies.
That's a huge piece of it, yes. Think about major storms, power outages. This microgrid provides critical backup power.
So essential services like water treatment, sewage systems, they keep operating even if the main grid goes down.
Exactly. It ensures continuity for those vital city services. That's incredibly important for, public health and safety. gives the city a level of energy independence.
And this isn't just the city government, right? Are there options for Fort Wayne residents who are thinking about solar for their own homes?
Yeah, absolutely. For homeowners there, hybrid solar systems are becoming quite popular.
Hybrid systems, meaning connected to the grid but also with batteries.
Precisely. You get the best of both worlds. You can draw power from the grid when you need it, send excess power back, but also store energy in your battery for later use, or critically, for backup during an outage. It offers that full package of benefits.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you, our listener? I mean, Fort Wayne's example is powerful. It shows solar works and even has advantages in places with rain and variable weather.
Definitely. It busts that myth that solar only makes sense in constantly sunny places. And we saw how rain isn't just a negative. It cleans the panels, it cools them down. Unexpected
It
benefits.
really shifts the perspective.
And I think the broader point is about resilience. Fort Wayne's approach, combining solar storage, other sources into a microgrid, it's a model for how cities can build more robust, secure energy systems.
So the final thought for you to consider is this. How could a similar approach, this kind of resilient, multi-source energy system, maybe redefine infrastructure and energy security where you live, especially as we face, more unpredictable climate challenges? It's about more than just saving money. It's about ensuring those essential services keep running no matter what.